What's up, everybody? This is Kenny Cummins here of Chilling with Kenny C right here on tmvcafe.com, bringing your entertainment to your ears. My guest at this time, talented hip hop artist, holding it down. He's got so much in store as we approach the warmer months, summer, and it's gonna be a dope summer. It's gonna be a dope year. I'm joined with the homie Figeroa. He's with me right now. How's it going?
What's up, man?
Good,
How you doing?
man. I'm doing real good, man. Thanks for being on the show, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to be here.
All right,
Uh,
man. So we definitely know we got a lot in the works. We got a lot going on. We'll definitely get into that in just a bit. But talk about how did you get started into music, man? How you got started as an artist?
how I got started as an artist, just had a hunger for it, a passion. You know, um, I discovered, I had talent. Something else that other kids didn't necessarily have, and I just wanted to develop it. I think I was born into like the whole like MTV, like I'm like an MTV baby, so I think I was born into the music, and huge part of life.
Yeah, man. So, I wish a lot of people was, the younger generation know what that era felt like, back when people actually watched music videos, got
Uh,
those days, a lot of storytelling, a lot of emphasis, because it's one thing to do a song, record it, get it played on radio rotation, playlists, things like that. But man, it hits different when you put a visual behind this song, make it into a reality, get the visual feel for it. And yeah, music video is still a thing in music to this day, but it was definitely a big deal back in those days, like 90s, 80s era, things like
yeah,
that.
I mean, it's like movies to books, it's just putting something you could actually see, to the music, give you a different perspective.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So I see you from the West Coast, California, Northern California to be specific, in the San Francisco area, the Bay Area. Shout out to the Bay Area. The Bay, a lot of history and hip hop in that particular era. Artists like, Too Short, E40, um, the Loonies, and so much more. The hyphy sound, just the beats, the culture, the dance moves. Um, yeah, it was a good. It was definitely a huge factor in hip hop. With the representations and things like that. I definitely vibe with the Bay Area sound and just what those artists bring. So talk about, man, the Bay Area, man, from your perspective as a fan and as a fellow artist, man. Talk about your take on the Bay Area style of hip hop, man.
Um, well, first I want to be specific to the listeners. I'm from the Central Coast.
Yeah,
Originally, I'm from the Bay Area. I was born in San Francisco, so
yeah,
I spent the first part of my life in San Francisco, Vallejo, those areas like that. Um, when I was like a teenager, I came down to the Central Coast, so that's like the Monterey, Salinas, Santa Cruz area. Now, that's like a smaller kind of Bay Area. It's called the Central Coast. It's kind of like a mini Bay Area in between LA and the Bay Area. So we're soaking up all that game in that music. It comes past us And yeah, the Bay Area has a huge influence on everything out here, as well as the Valley. See, a lot of people don't understand how big California is. You know, Southern California is kind of like a whole another state, a whole another world. So there's a huge difference between Northern California and Southern California. Uh, so like, you know, we're kind of right on the edge, right kind of smash in the middle of all that. So we kind of get a dose of all that, and I think my style is kind of just reflective of, you know, kind of a my kid, a different style.
Yeah, you're definitely right, man. Just California in general, very storied history of hip hop. You know, just from the '90s, you know, obviously in the '80s too, and just just the gangster rap, and then you got the hyphy rap, and just the cars, the lifestyle, the warm weather. I mean, just everything about California, and just Tupac. And I grew up listening to Tupac. I know a lot of people grew up listening to Pac and Snoop and the whole Death Row movement. Just that was the peak years of West Coast when they were really, really kicking it, So hearing the current era of West Coast guys like J Rock, Kendrick Lamar, and many others, it still resonates today. The whole new generation of artists that's thriving. So California, huge part of hip hop history, for sure. Um, so I'm joined with the homie Fury, representing the West Coast, man, doing his thing. So we're getting to the summer, getting close to the summer at least, few weeks away, a little over a month. What do you have on the horizon, man? What you got going on that your fans need to keep an eye on?
All right, well, I did drop my latest solo album. Is called Nitro. I did drop that about 9 months ago, um, towards the end of 2022. And it's an album that I've been working on for a long time. Uh, so the album's called Nitro. It blew up, you know what I'm saying? I detonated that, not too long ago. I got some crazy features on there. Um, it's it's mixed and mastered like to my highest quality. Like, I was very particular, like on some precision with the sound. Uh, the Nitro is the acronym that I created. Uh, Stands for Never Imitate the Real Origin. And that's like my style. Like I'm about originality. I like doing things from the ground up. I like, custom uh, type of environment. I don't really like to duplicate too much. And so I actually have an imprint called Nitro Enterprise, and that's where I release all my artists, different various artists that I work with, that I release through my label, that I'm producing and whatnot. Um, I just dropped SB, uh, SB Mr. Tangible. He's a West Coast factor, has some legendary tracks. He's on West Coast Bad Boys 1 and 2, Masterpiece compilation, late 90s, 2000s. And I just put his album out, fully produced by me. That came out like 2 months ago, and getting real good feedback. It's called Mr. Tangible by SB, formerly from the group UNLV out of San Francisco, California. Um, and on the heels of that, right now I'm getting ready to drop Big Spank, uh, OG rapper from Salinas. Been working with him for, you know, better part of 2 decades. We kind of came into the game together. I produced a lot of his early material, and it's another album that has been in the works kind of since the pandemic. And I'm getting ready to release that June 19th. So that'll be out June 19th. It's called Still Gaining by Big Tank. I'm still doing the Fresh Nada, which is my duo band. It's like a rock group. We play live instruments. We sing some feel good, funky type vibes. Me and my bro Score still doing that, as well as producing and engineering for several artists.
Yeah, you definitely been on the grind, man, for this last year or so, man, with these projects. Um, got a chance to listen to the Nitro joint. Definitely a dope record. Um, you did definitely put a lot of work into it, and some of the other projects you've been contributed to as well. So make sure you go get that a listen. Nitro from Figeroa. It's available on all the platforms. He got new music on the way. While you're waiting on that, just go back and go listen to the Nitro project from Fury. He's going in on this project, man. He's going in on this project. So go check it out, man. So hip hop turns 50 years old this year. It's a big milestone for the genre, for the culture, for the artists of the past, present, future. This genre has grown. It's come a very long way since the beginning. Um, so I've been asking a lot of the hip hop artists on the show this year, and I'll ask you that as well. What does this milestone means to you as an artist and as a fan? Like just hip hop turning 50 years old this year.
What does it mean to me? I try not to get all caught up in all the hoopla and what everyone's talking about. Like for me, like I mean, who really put a number on it?
Yeah.
There's a hip hop to be older than 50. Like who decided what was the time that it started? Because
Yeah.
it just became jazz, disco, rock. It's just again, it's just the evolution of music, and like so who could really determine when the start of it was? But I think it's dope. Like other than that, like I love what I'm doing. I love what I do for a living. I built the Fury Figueroa brand for a long time. I run a studio, and I have new clients like every year. I get at least 1 to 2 new like full time permanent clients. They love my sound. They love the output and the final product I give them. They become regular people that I work with. It's always something new, something fresh. Someone wanting to give it a try. Every year it's like like people's New Year's resolution. Like I'm really gonna, make that album this year. I'm really gonna, whatever it is. So like I think it's great. Like obviously it's not stopping anytime soon. So like, hip hop turning 50 is, probably what a lot of people thought it wasn't gonna make it to. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, you know, he was right because it was in my heart when I was a kid, and I'm sure some of our parents and older, relatives had doubts. But it's like the most popular genre of music pretty much of all time. The whole world has a hip hop element to it. Every country, every corner of the map has hip hop, and so I think that speaks a lot for the longevity.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, a lot of people didn't think that this genre was gonna last. Um, And yeah, here we are, 2023, 50 years old, and so many artists, so many people contribute to this art form. And you know, if you look around into today's entertainment, there's a hip hop element, commercials, TV shows, just anything that's entertainment related. There's a hip hop element to it. So it just tells you how big this genre has become, and that this is always going to be pushing forward. So I think it's a wonderful thing, and I look forward to seeing it grow even more and more artists add their lineage to hip hop. So it's a lot of artists that really did the thing. Obviously, mainstream, they're gonna get mostly of the praise, but independent artists like yourself contributing to this art form definitely should get a lot of kudos and credit as well. People that's on the grind, underground, independent artists doing their way and showing that it can be done. And, it takes a lot of investment and dedication and sacrifice to make it possible. So salute to all the independents like yourself and many others, man, for what y'all do. Um, the labels, everybody, man. Hip hop is here to stay. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. So, with your, making a name for yourself, you definitely put a lot of work into this craft. Um, there's a lot of artists out there that's trying to get started, trying to figure out where do they go, who do they go to, who do they turn to. From your experience, what would your advice be to those that want to get started, that wants to at least get something going? What as an independent artist like yourself, what's your advice?
Mm, I mean, just go for it, man. Take one step at a time. That's it. One foot in front of the other. You gotta figure it out. It's a long road.
Yeah,
And, you gotta get started. You don't gotta know everything. Just go. Learn from your mistakes. You don't let the lesson. Don't stop. Don't, don't stop. And go. Don't matter. So one of my things is, I think consistent. We all go through life and we all have those periods where we fall off, we get back on, or we fade out and come back in, but that's hard to do in entertainment. You know, we've all done that, but pretty consistently for the most part, like I've consistently just been doing it. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. Just never stop. If I would have stopped 5 years ago, then I wouldn't have been doing it 5 years. I would have stopped 10 years ago, then I wouldn't have achieved all the accomplishments that I have for the past 10 years. So when people come around and say, "Hey, who's doing it out there? You're doing it." And so as long as you're doing it, you're the one that's doing it. And so it don't matter how good you are, you could be the best person. If you stop, if you quit, if you give up, you ain't the one doing it. And no one checking for that.
well said, man. Check out the homie Fury Figeroa. Got new music on the way. Until then, go check out the latest project, Nitro, available on all the platforms, streaming platforms, and check him out on social media. He's got the hat, he's got the brand on his hat there. Look at the hat over there. There it is, right there. He got his own merch. So go check him out, man. Social media, Fury Figeroa. Check out Fury Figeroa on the streaming platforms and check out all of his music, including his latest project, Nitro. It's available on all the platforms right now. It's been out since August of last year. So check it out and support independent hip hop for real, man. Thank you, Fury, for your time. Great having this chat with you. Definitely looking forward to hearing your new music in the coming weeks and months and seeing what you have in store next. But thank you for your time, man. Great chatting with you. I'm wishing you continued success and everything. You got any final words you want to say to the listeners or just for people in general?
Yeah, follow me, furyfigeroa.com. That's FuryFigeroa. Furyfigeroa.com. It's right there. You can get links to all my music, whatever platform you like. You can see all my videos just in a row right there. You can order all my merch, hats, hoodies, t-shirts, everything is all right there. You can get links to all my social. All my social is Fury Figueroa at. Salute, man. It's all good. You're looking out.
Great having you on, and go buy the merch, the hat that you see that he's got on. You can get that one for yourself. So go check it out, furyfigure.com for all the details. You enjoy the rest of your week, man. Thanks again.
All right, man. Keep me posted.
All right. You have a good night. All right.